Good afternoon, sir.
What's up, Bill?
Thank you for joining us today.
By the way, it's nice to meet you, Noah. I've never met you.
I know.
I've been watching your videos for years.
Yeah,
good to meet you.
Let's start off with this.
We've talked on the stream a little bit, like you FaceTime me a few times and we've talked a little bit. You've been doing YouTube for what, a decade or something, or 9 years?
9 years, yeah.
And then
9 years on SNEAKO, my main channel. I've had other channels, but 9 years on SNEAKO.
Okay, and then just, it seems as in the past, what, year, or in the past, what, few months, that shit has just been blowing up for you.
Past few weeks, actually. I would say like the past 3 weeks, it's been a huge explosion. Like I streamed for all of May, and I was averaging like I think I maxed out at like 1,500 viewers, getting 1,000, but like the past 2 weeks is absolutely exploded.
What was the specific video or content?
It wasn't anything specific. It was just everything in general. And I was, a lot of my viewers have been posting my stuff on TikTok. And that was like the big explosion. Like I hit 1 billion views on TikTok. I don't even have TikTok. I don't even have it. Like if you look up hashtag SNEAKO and I think it took 12 days to get to 1 billion views.
So, holy fuck.
This man,
Yeah,
you got that.
It really like, yeah.
You got the Andrew Tate effect. You got the Andrew Tate effect going on right now. People just posting your content for you.
Often what?
I said people are posting your content for you, so it's like making it way easier.
Yeah, I saw his method and I'm like, oh, okay, this would work because we have a similar message. We talk about the same things. And a lot of people have the misconception if they just found out about me that I just like I'm riding that wave, but I've been talking about the same things. I've been talking about this since I started YouTube. I've been like had the same message. You can see me making Call of Duty commentaries about feminism when I was like 15, 16, playing Black Ops 2, talking about how like the world is messed up and people should get off social media. I've always been saying that. But seeing his method and was a good way to, because you need to have short form content now to blow up. Like I do post like cinematic videos on my main channel, but it doesn't hit the algorithm. You need to be jumping into pool of Orbeez. You know, you need to be giving away money to pizza delivery drivers. Yep. So nobody cares about cinematic videos. So I needed long form content and I needed ways to make it short form to capture everybody's pigeon attention span. And streaming and the TikTok clips have been like the combination of long form and short form content. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, you have to shove 50 Orbeez up your ass for 24 hours and then donate $10,000 to your best friend after you win a game to get views now. Is having people post your clips and post your content, is that calculated? Are you like, all right, motherfuckers, post my shit today. I need 10,000 posts. Or do they willingly just, SNEAKO! And
okay. So today I'm dropping my course called the Creator Kit. I'm teaching people like what I've learned from 9 years of YouTube. I'm dropping a course about how to make money online because everybody spends like an average like 4 to 6 hours on social media now. So time is money. If you're on social media for 4 to 6 hours and you're not making money, you're just behind. Like that's just the true facts of it, because you should be, if you're just on there for entertainment and you're there just like dumbing your brain down, then you're literally wasting your time. But I got 1 billion views on TikTok without any affiliate link. But now I drop my course and people can, if they put the link in their TikTok bio, they get 20%. So they get $50 of everybody who signs up to my course. But people are just doing that on their own. I got to 1 billion views without any affiliate link. People just like the message. People resonate with what I'm saying. And also the fact, like, you know, a lot of kids and, you know, even people on TikTok, going viral is fun. Like, imagine you're not really doing much, you're playing video games, and then you post a clip and like, holy shit, you see all those notifications come in. It's like that dopamine rush could be the highlight of your week.
And people are like, I don't know how many thousands of times they steal our random clips or whatever. And I'm like, shit. But really, it's a good thing in hindsight.
It's like, oh, still extra exposure. Yeah, whatever. They get their followers, but.
So that's actually a good piece of advice that we need to.
There's no way to be salty about it. There's no point in copywriting it. You should just encourage it.
Because it gets your face out there more. So getting into like the nitty gritty, your things, obviously they blew up, getting 1 billion views on TikTok. Yet you also have a lot of hate and people. You did that thing where you had the fake where you got beat up, whatever, and then everyone was, like cheering on that.
Yeah, people were like happy that I got hurt. Yeah.
Why is there such a disconnect between people that love you and actively want to spread your message and then people that want to hurt you? Like, how could that be? I have my own theories, but I just want to hear from you. Like,
it's complete bullshit, because woke people, liberal people, they all have this false, they say love wins, we're progressive, we're accepting of everybody, and then if someone has a different opinion, die literally. Like they want you to die. That's how little tolerance they have for other opinions now. And there's something, I don't do anything bad. Like the worst thing I do in their eyes is just have a differing opinion. These people are so intolerant and they believe that they're really woke, but it's brainwashed. These people are absolutely, and they don't even know how to challenge their beliefs. And so they just want you to die. They celebrate when Kevin Samuels, like they troll his family when Kevin Samuels dies. They're like, yes, good.
And the celebrating people dying thing, I do find to be incredibly, I think it's sick because even, let's look at this.
No shit. Yeah, no shit. This is like,
well, yeah,
this is some of the most evil shit.
Like,
even the fact you're like, in my opinion, we shouldn't celebrate people's death. Like, it's just, obviously that's some evil shit. Yeah. It doesn't really get more fucked up than that. But you get to like the amount of haters that you have, you kind of get to see how they're all in the same position. So the people who watch my videos and the people who have been fucking with me for a while, a lot of them are like, I miss the old SNEAKO. You just haven't progressed in life. You're a loser. Like you just failed. There's nothing going on. You're lonely. You're sad. So you just like go online and like hate me. The people who like my shit are all forward thinkers, people who want to improve in life. And I think that that's the next wave on social media. It's not just entertainment, which is like, I crack jokes, I'm being funny, but also I'm trying to grow. I've not been the same. I've never hit an echo chamber. I've went through so many specific phases throughout 9 years on YouTube, and people appreciate the fact that I can grow online and that I don't try to sell the idea that I know everything. I think guys like Tate, for example, feel like they know everything and they don't know how to really grow. And he's getting to a point of like of fame and everything where it's just kind of like he has these worshipers and he's this figure. And I don't ever want to be worshipped to that degree because humans are inherently flawed. So I'm trying to tell people that you can grow and learn and grow with me. It's good to, you know what I'm saying?
You're actively saying that you don't know everything. I've seen a bunch of criticism online because while I see a bunch of people praising you, I also see SNEAKO he's so one-sided thinking and he thinks that he's right about everything.
It's not true.
You're actively saying you're not right about everything or you're still learning and growing. Is that the...
Yeah, in the last week, I just started saying I've been an atheist for like years. And then recently I started saying I believe in God because of all the evil that I see in the world. And I'm trying to work on my faith. I had Young Don on the stream last night. He was just doing Bible study for like hours and hours. And I've been open to have like a Muslim editor. I have like a huge Muslim fan base as well. But the reason I believe in God now and I want to follow God is the amount of evil that I see in the world and on social media. Like evil runs the world. The most powerful people all go on islands and touch children. That's a fact. That's the people with the most amount of money do these crazy, all the celebrities, they do crazy satanic rituals. They're all like changing their gender. It makes no fucking sense. And if you see the people online, the nature of like the woke liberal people, they're celebrating people getting injured. They're celebrating death, like literal evil behavior. So I want to follow God because there's so much like evil that controls the world and I want to fight that. And I know that God, like, even though I might not agree with all things about organized religion, organized religion provides like a sense of
belonging,
community. Yeah, not just belonging, but just a good moral compass. And there's no moral compass now. Like people are just like, people follow validation. People follow woke points. That's people's religion now, is liberal, is woke. And that's like the gay pride flag is there. That's what they worship. He, him, and that Black Lives Matter. And all of it is nonsense. The Black Lives Matter is ran by a white guy who just takes a bunch of money. Hillary Clinton just takes all your donation. Like, all of it is nonsense. All of it is nonsense.
Hillary there and all her money. Oh shit, these black people.
Do you believe in the like you have a plan, like God has your own plan, like everything's written out, or that have you found true meaning to life outside of everything you know? Because at the end of the day, we walk around like, oh, we're just blobs of meat walking around. But do you think we all have our own purpose, or how do you?
I think you have to define your own purpose. Everybody does have a purpose, but there's so many distractions that the world provides that most people will never find it. Most people just will end up just like becoming, they don't want to have to think for themselves. That's the most challenging journey that somebody can go on, is finding out your purpose and trying to discover it. And they provide so many distractions so that people never even have time to think about it. You come back from work and you're tired. You try to play Fortnite, eat like have a microwave dinner and just smoke some weed and just forget about it. And then you just go on to the next day, and you never really get to tap into what you really should be doing or your true purpose. And that's what I'm trying to tell people in the course, like that you can tap into that. That's something that I tapped into at a young age, because I think I've always inherently known that everything around me was nonsense. Like from when I was really young, I always wanted to be a boxer. That was my dream, to be a fighter. But the idea on the East Coast, I don't know if you guys grew up on the East Coast, but there's just this wave of like liberal parents in Brooklyn where they were just like, oh, I don't care if my son's a ballerina. My son can do whatever he wants. Like my son could wear pink. And it's like, okay, I'd never even shown interest in wanting to wear pink. Like, and my son's not going to be violent, but like, okay, but maybe I want to be a boxer. They thought that the natural instincts of what a man wants to do was violent and was wrong. So a lot of what I naturally, like, I would run around and I'd like punch kids in the playground, or like I'd like grab a titty, and you know, they put me on meds. They said I have ADHD. So from a very young age, I understood. Yeah, I went on ADD pills when I was like 12. The world suppresses the natural urges of a man. The world says if you are naturally what a man wants to do, which is punch kids and grab titties, and that's wrong. It's wrong to naturally be a man. And so you need to suppress that. You need to calm down. There's something wrong with you. And now that I'm fully expressing myself, you can see it in my comment section every day. People say I'm manic. People say I'm bipolar. Like if you see people in my chat, you're having a manic episode. There's something wrong with you. Ah! And I'm like, bro, I'm fine. I'm fine. This is a stream. I'm trying to be entertaining. I know how to turn it on and off, but people are so trained to not see somebody be unhinged or like not give a fuck that they think I'm crazy.
To be fair, I met you in person. We had a lovely dinner, and by the way, like we went to a Greek restaurant, and SNEAKO took us to this Greek restaurant, which was the single best food I've ever had in my entire life, and I've been alive for 25 years. And I keep trying to find Greek restaurants in LA to match it, and it's not working. So
I'll put you on a good restaurant.
Yeah. So thank you for that. You're not manic when I met you. So, but again, people don't have the ability to actually meet people in person, speak to them. I think when people see whatever you display online, well, then he must be out of control. He must be this, or people might even make snap judgments about us, whatever. It is frustrating, but I guess that's the name of the game. Like, that's the plight of being on the internet, is constantly being misunderstood, and people labeling you or saying you're this and you're that, when there's far more nuance to it. And I could be outgoing, and I could be 50 Orbeez up my ass guy if I wanted to, or I could be yeah, this YouTube thing's really hard or whatever. And then someone might say you're depressed in this video, but they might think you're super happy.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think like with TikTok, you know, everybody has their opinion and everything just gets lost in there sometimes, because there's 4,000 dating coaches apparently that I've never heard of, and they're spitting out what I'm supposed to follow, relationship or pickup game, et cetera, et cetera. And so it's like, there's definitely a reason why your message is breaking through compared to like everybody else is kind of getting stuck there. And I don't know, it is because of the people, because they don't agree with you. It's like, that's not fair. He's supposed to think like everybody else. So
that's what's crazy, is people expect that if I don't agree with everything you say, again, it's the polarity whole problem. You're either Democrat or Republican. You must be either completely good or completely bad. And if I disagree with you a little bit, well, then you must be on the bad side.
Yeah.
I do find it incredibly exhausting that people demand that they agree with everything all the time, and if they don't, well then fuck you and you're the worst person ever.
Well, most of us are hypocrites ourselves. Like,
yes,
we'll disagree with that, but then go do the same shit right after. So
yeah, people will hold others to the world's highest standard, and how dare you disrespect this, and how dare you say anything bad about A, B, C, D, and G, and yet are you telling me that they've never done anything mean, disrespectful, discriminatory ever in their entire life?
Apparently not. They're the outliers, yeah.
Whereas I'll be the first to say, I might be the biggest hypocrite on the planet, and I know little to nothing, and I'm just moseying my way through life, trying to make a couple dollars and like find happiness. Damn, why can't people but everyone wants to be the moral, I'm the best. I know what's best.
That's what the internet's become. It's like everybody's trying to call someone a bad person. Everyone's quick to say what's right and wrong. And I think the reason that I broke through like the thousands of other people having a similar message is that I'm just a forward thinker. Like I don't try to say that I know everything, but I do try to encourage people. I try to expose truth, and I try to I'm always adapting. And I think if you stick to that, then people are like, oh, okay, because everybody else is trying to become like the center of like, this is the answer follow me and you'll find out everything. I'm like, no, I have limited knowledge and everything, but I'm always trying to grow and adapt, and I'm always learning. And so people see me actively learning in my streams. If people have been watching, everybody, you could ask any of my fans, and you've been watching, like even the streams of the past couple of weeks, they'll see like, yeah, like every stream, there's something different. He's always learning. So it's funny. I'm here like yelling, like doing speed, like yelling in front of the camera, shit like that. People are entertained. He's yelling, but also there's some educational aspect to it, which is valuable, because a lot of the information that we consume online is just meant to dumb you down a little bit. But I think I tap into the part of your brain that needs to be active, and it makes people's wheels spin, rather than, simple, like just, gaming videos or whatever. You don't turn off your brain. You need to be an active listener to watch what I do.
And I would almost encourage people to put themselves, I might have said this when we were talking before, but I would encourage other people to put themselves in situations where they know they wouldn't agree with someone, or watch things that you deliberately think, oh, this can't be right. I don't like these people. I remember going to Texas for the first time thinking, oh, they're racist down here. There's a bunch of racists down here, and they're all very...
Because you grew up in the East, right?
Because I'm from East Coast, Maryland, DC, diverse area. But then I go to Texas and I was like, wow, these people are super nice down here. Like, these are some of the nicest people I've ever met. And then even one girl said, she said something about, oh yeah, those are the liberal people over there, blah, blah, blah. This was years ago, but I remember thinking, wow, she probably views where I'm from, a more liberal area, she views that as, that's like the enemy, those are the bad people. And then I would view the Texas people as, man, they're the racists, whatever. Yet we had way more in common. I don't think we had nearly any differences. But yet people get online and start to, let's fight each other. And what are we going to argue about today? And what's the problem? I could go in here right now on Twitter and find people arguing about almost nothing. I didn't really have a point that I was making there, but
expose yourself to different beliefs, expose yourself to different people. In my streams, I'm always debating, like I debated Destiny, Abba and Preach, been on Fresh and Fit, Playback, like so many different opinions I have, like religious guys on at Young Dawn, like doing Bible study, and I'm an 8, you know what I'm saying? There's everything. I try to always challenge my beliefs, because that's how you actually realize, like, am I right or wrong? People develop an echo chamber, especially streamers. They find a niche, they find an audience, like saying liberal, socialism, and they just say that every day, like H3H, yeah, this is trafficking, this is disgusting, this is gross. And that's all he'll be. He's just going to have an audience of losers who don't want to improve, and like, yeah, everything's bad, I hate everything, I'm a liberal. And it's just, you're never going to grow. That's what you believe, and it can't change. But that's the echo chamber is a trap, and that's complacency. If you're in an echo chamber, get out. If you're in a cult, if you're following a YouTuber who thinks he's a cult leader, get out.
What is the best way to find out if you are in an echo chamber?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
whether it be online or a friend group.
And how do you know to be like, wait, I don't agree with this? Like, how do you challenge yourself? How do you, if you're stuck in there, you know what I mean? When you already brainwashed yourself with just the one way thinking, how do you?
You can kind of tell by the audience. Like a lot of people who watch me, they'll spam SNEAKO, like all the time. Like people check me constantly. But if you look at the comment section, you see everyone just sucking dick. Yeah, look, this is the best. Like, okay, maybe this is, if the audience doesn't think that their content creator could do any wrong, then it's a cult.
I wouldn't say you're in an echo chamber specifically, because the amount of differing opinions that get tossed at you constantly, that you have to wake up to every morning, of people disagreeing with you and or agreeing with you. Is there something concrete that you could say, my opinion changed on this from a year ago? Do you have any specific examples like that?
I had a phase in my life, like I think a year and a half ago, once I realized that the whole pandy was bullshit and that all of it was a lie. And I started realizing that you can't trust the government and that they're controlling us, and that all this stuff that I believed in, this false morality of like stopping the spread and all this bullshit. I'm like, I don't believe in anything. And I started going like down this nihilist path of like, nothing matters. Like, we're just blobs of meat walking around. There's no consequences to my action. I made this video called Do Whatever You Want. And that type of train of thought is dangerous, because then if you just do whatever you want, then there's no consequences for your actions. If you believe nothing matters, then that's when you start going down the wrong path. Like, you need to have some sense of like guidance to follow, or else like where, you know, then anything is possible. And you can do anything and there's no moral compass. Like, oh, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad way of thinking. So I developed past that. I went through this phase where I was like, shit, dude, like nothing matters at all. And I felt like I went to a dark place, and I didn't believe in God. Like there was literally nothing I believed in. I wasn't sure what to follow. I didn't even believe in my own. I'm like, what's the point of making videos if nothing matters? And so I would say I was a nihilist. Like once I realized that the whole pandy was bullshit, but now I want to help people with it, because you see with the monkey shit that's happening, there's going to be another lockdown. The what happened with the cocoa was just a trial. There's going to be another one. We're going to lock us down again. We're going to have to core. There's going to be another shot, and I just want to prepare, and I want people to wake up before it happens, before we fall into the same exact fear mongering, before they take your jobs, before you stay inside, while the richest people fly around and do whatever the fuck they want, while we're sitting in a 1-bedroom apartment crying. I want people to be ready for that.
I think what word do people throw around when all your detractors and people who don't like you, what are the different names that they'll give you? I'm assuming you're a misogynist.
Incel, misogynist, toxic, problematic, insecure, projecting gay, grifter.
I run out of fingers here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The funniest one is incel. Like even fucking Lasanabi called me a lot. Even before I was streaming, he reacted to all of my videos. I remember like that really annoyed me, because I was like not into the streaming world. I was just making videos. And then I saw this guy like he had an audience of 40,000 to say the word incel. Oh, he's an incel. He's an incel. He's an incel. Like so many, just not even really trying to digest the video, just calling me an incel. It's like, do you even know what that word means? It means involuntary celibate. That word gets thrown around and people have no idea. Like incel is an abbreviation for involuntary celibate. It means you can't get laid because you can't get laid and you have no choice. And I'm like, obviously, like, bro, come on, man. You're saying this word and it's just completely lost its meaning. But it's also funny that the same people on the woke side who are like, don't body shame, accept everybody. And if you call a bitch a whore or say slut, then you're toxic. But incel is just the inverse of slut. It's the same thing. It's shaming somebody for their body count, which is the same shit as slut. But like now it's okay to say that, but that's the exact thing. It's the exact same thing, just on the other side of the spectrum. And the same woke people who be like, you're a misogynist for saying slut, will use the word incel every day. And don't you see, like, but you're not supposed to ever victimize yourself as a man. You can't say that that's misandrous, or so you're just going to be labeled a pussy. So men are having it harder and harder in the West. Feminism is all bullshit. Like men have it way harder. Men have it way harder in the West. And everything is designed against us. Men are feeling invisible. All women think that they deserve the top, highest men. And like men are really trying to figure it out. And people, you're not supposed to talk about it, or else you're just labeled an incel. They're so quickly to dismiss what you're talking about with these words. And it's, you know, men are going through a tougher time. They go to schools, like every person who goes to a school and that's not a girl, that's a guy. The self-delete rate is 5 times higher for men. The homicide rate is 5 times higher for men. Like we die quicker. The mental health problems for men are like ways, but people don't talk about that.
Yeah, that's not popular. That's not popular. We can't.
So what they talk about, you know, they talk about feminism, catcalling. Catcalling is why women are oppressed. That's so stupid compared to everything that men deal with. 50%, like marriage is dying. Like all 50% of marriages end in divorce, and who gets screwed in the marriage? Men every single time. So you're not supposed to talk about that.
And I've heard that too, like the term misogyny is tossed around frequently, a lot. I saw it in misogynist, whatever. But do people know necessarily what that means? Or is it just something they heard before and then...
And the same people who call you misogynist will also say men are trash. And don't see the irony in that. Like men are trash, kill all men. But I'm a misogynist. Like there's no consistency.
Yeah, you also have people celebrating people's deaths, and it's like that seems almost
heinous,
demonic. I mean,
demonic. It is demonic. There's a lot of demonic shit happening in the West right now, and I'm encouraging my stream too to get money. And if you live in America, like get out of the liberal city because it's over. Like you guys are in LA, you should get the fuck up out of LA. I'm in New York City. I'm about to move to. I'm planning to move to Florida. I'm going to take a month off because streaming becomes an echo chamber after a while. I'm afraid of that. So I stream in seasons. I stream for a month straight, grind it out, like working all day long. And then I'm going to go in Europe with a bad bitch and be by the beach, go to different countries, shit like that, be in nice hotels. That's what I want to do. Relax, read books, smoke cigars, and then come back here and grind it out, yell at my camera. But I don't want to just be every day, blah, 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 and that's how you get into an echo chamber. Like I know it's tempting with the numbers and everything. Once you get into a flow and a rhythm of consecration, you know how that goes. You don't want to stop it. You're used to a certain level of money.
And I mean, that's a really good thing you said there. You actively are trying to not be in an echo chamber, but do you think that people are going to hear you say that and then be like, you know what? I think he's a good guy now. I think they'll extrapolate the things that they don't like. Yeah. And they'll scream your failures and whisper your accomplishments. I think that's a Drake quote. How do we? Because I want to come to a nice conclusion here. Because we talked about a lot of stuff here. So what is there's kids watching this. There's a bunch of people with different backgrounds, haters, lovers, fans. What is your message to people? What's your if you could say one overarching point, what would be the big
ignore distractions, ignore all distractions. They provide so many distractions now. Most people are asleep and they're fixated on stuff they have no control over. People vote for no reason. People argue about pro-life, pro-choice and have no control over that. The stuff that we should be doing is just trying to improve ourselves. That's the most effective use of your time, is improving yourself. And so getting caught with like your pronouns or the way you identify and your Instagram contrast picture or whatever the fuck, like a lot of that is just a waste of time. Rhino's looking down right now.
me thinking yesterday I did edit that picture. Fuck. No, well, that's true. It's true. People are sitting here, which picture should I post? When their mother is hungry and is working her ass off trying to make a living.
So the most effective use of your time is improving yourself and improving the lives of the people around you and just spreading positivity. Sounds corny, but that's the truth. And so much negativity is being promoted that you should actively try to combat that, and you'll be happier. You can't do wrong. The amount of people who try to cancel me, the reason that I'm still streaming every day, I don't give a fuck no matter how many people like celebrate the fact that they thought I got jumped. It's funny because I could just keep on streaming every day. The more people call me insane, call me manic, I'm just going to keep on going on stream and laughing at you because I'm not. And so like it does make me, I do like calling people stupid who pray on my downfall, but at the same time, like you don't need to stay stupid. The fact that you could switch, your life, if you're spending time online hating, there's someone else making money while you hate. So pick one. Do you want to be typing a mean comment or do you want to improve yourself?
Wow.
Valid.
That's a great point. And I like how you sum that up, and I'll even say a piece here. I agree with you. People's priorities are way off. Like you said, with the distractions, people are distracted by the wrong things. And, well, who said this about that? And the way that this, when really, what are you, okay, so-and-so, let's pick an example here. Andrew Tate, okay. I hate Andrew Tate. He's doing this and that. Okay, but did you call your mom today? Did you call your dad? Did you call your brother? How's your brother doing? Are you paying your rent? I think if people focused on the immediate 15 miles surrounding them, instead of let's find a new person to try to attack today on my Twitter, I think they would be happier people. And I would say I've even fallen into the same trap. I'll get mad at things that there's no need to get mad at. Or I'll spend my time scrolling. Oh, that's messed up, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, I didn't eat anything, and then I ate a Domino's pizza because I was lazy, and now I have freaking cholesterol problems. I was so busy worrying about someone else that I neglected my own health and my own wellness.
And that's the trap. That's the trap of social media now. So you just need to understand how people are. There's going to be haters. There's going to be people who like what you do, and just act accordingly. You just got to bob and weave all it and just keep going. That's all you can do.
There's beauty in the diversity of thought, and not everything that everyone says you have to agree with. Sometimes you can have no opinion on something. Sometimes you can agree with someone. Sometimes you don't. Me and Noah might have differing opinions on something. So should we have a fist fight now because he likes ketchup and I don't?
Yeah.
How silly and how trivial would that be?
I mean, you would solve the disagreement pretty quickly there.
Say that again?
You guys would solve the problem pretty quickly with the fist fight.
And then
now, or would it cause more problems? Because shit, he knocked me out, so now I feel less of a man because he beat me up over him liking a condiment sauce over mine. I don't know.
Well, now you know who the alpha and the beta is.
Or you can just have ketchup on your hot dog,
and you can just have no ketchup on yours.
And we'll just eat them side by side. Pause.
To eating hot dogs side by side.
I should have picked a different food, but they'll get a laugh out of that. Thank you for your time. What are you about to do right now?
I'm about to start prepping for my stream tonight. But I need to select some videos to react to, and keep going, man.
All right.
Well,
you keep killing it.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks, bro.
And we wish everyone good health. Love and
thanks, bro. Sounds corny, but that's true.
prosperity. Thank you.